California, most of us live on the edge of a desert. To accommodate that choice, we spend huge amounts of money to move water from where it falls to where it doesn't. Maybe it's time to stop and think. This plumbing system started being built in the 1930s, and while a whole lot of the river water is for people in urban centers, most of it goes to agriculture, and a whole lot of it is delivered to big corporate growers for well below the actual cost to get it to them. In fact, the owners of these farms account for less than 1/2 of 1% of California's population and economy, and they spend a lot of money pushing to get even more water. Maybe it's time to stop and think. The San Francisco Bay Delta Estuary used to be a place where two great rivers spread out over hundreds of miles of enormously productive wetlands, then slowly flowed into San Francisco Bay and out to the Pacific. Not anymore. The San Joaquin River was trapped behind dams that captured so much water, a 60-mile stretch of the river ran completely dry, and the water from the Sacramento River that used to nourish the delta is now largely taken out and pumped south for irrigation. The results have been disastrous. 22 fish species are on the verge of collapse. When fish species are failing, the delta is failing, and that's not good for people. Those who speak for agribusiness try to frame the debate as a choice between people and fish. The true debate is the debate corporations don't want to have. It's about how this most valuable resource should be divided. Limiting water for agribusiness may mean corporations will be required to be smarter about what they plant and how they use our water. It will not mean that they will be forced out of existence. The same cannot be said of the delta and its endangered species. Without more water, the delta cannot be saved. But far from saving the delta, corporate farming interests have hatched a plan to take even more fresh water. They want to build a world record-sized tunnel to capture the Sacramento River before it even reaches the delta, and carry it underground for 45 miles to deliver it to their canals. The project is wildly expensive, with estimates running between $20 and $50 billion to bring still more subsidized water to the corporate farms. Maybe it's time to stop and think. The clear lesson is that we have been exceeding the capacities of our water system for many years, and we now have to learn how to make do with less. Anything else will lead to the destruction of one of the most valuable and productive ecosystems in the world for the temporary benefit of corporate farms that represent just 1/2 of 1% of our population and economy. If that happens, what will we tell our children? Here's what you can do today. You can tell your kids that when it mattered, you spoke out. You acted. Tell Governor Brown to kill the canal, protect salmon, and protect our heritage.